New student loan relief plan faces restraining order. So a lot of people may not want to get their hopes up when it comes to the student loan relief plans. I know it's a lot of people who did get their student loans forgiven. I hope it's permanent. What I do want you to make note of is sometimes when things like that happen, you may still be accountable or held accountable for certain things. What do I mean? Well, when a student loan is forgiven, that's considered to be non-employee compensation. So you may receive a 1099 NEC, which basically means that you have to pay taxes on that forgiveness. Now, this is a little bit different because it's saying that it could be illegal. Now, I want to make sure that you understand how this can affect you or someone that you know, as well as possibly your credit. Be sure to grab the free credit class down below. So let's dive straight in. Now, the Biden plan basically was designed to try to help people forgive or have their student loans forgiven. Now, I'm not opposed to a person having their student loans forgiven because I feel that college is somewhat not operating the way that it could and should be. And a lot of people lose a lot of money or dig themselves in a deep hole at a young age before they realize that the college that they attended or the degree that they obtained didn't benefit them the way that they thought it would, especially with today's day and age where information is free and information is changing and moving at a very fast pace. That being said, let's dive in. The U.S. Department of Education's latest student loan debt relief plan is not fully finalized. That hasn't stopped 7 Republican-led states from suing to block borrowers from relief. In response to a lawsuit filed on September 3rd, the U.S. District Judge on September 5th issued a temporary restraining order against the plan, with forgiveness through the Save Repayment Plan, which is the name of the plan that was, trying to create some type of forgiveness, on hold due to ongoing litigation. Federal student loan relief, even though existing programs, is looking less likely for borrowers. Judge blocks loan forgiveness before Education Department publishes the final rules. In late July, the Department of Education announced President Joe Biden's latest student loan forgiveness proposal. At the time, borrowers were told that the program rules would be announced this October. The sweeping forgiveness plan would impact 25 million federal student loan borrowers who meet the eligibility criteria. Those wanting to opt out of the potential forgiveness were told to email the Education Department by August 31st. And I know many of you may have done that, and there was other, content being created telling people to check their emails to see if they qualify. And this article is coming from bankrate.com if you want access to it yourself. The plan targeted borrowers whose loan now is higher than it was when they started repayment, borrowers who've been repaying a loan for 20 or more years, and those who would be eligible for forgiveness through income-driven repayment, but have yet to apply, which a lot of people are in deferment or have income-driven repayment, which means that their loans are being paid as agreed, even if it's little to no money being literally paid towards the loan. That's according to draft rules published in April, though the final rules must still go through the negotiated rulemaking process. But the 7 suing states, Missouri, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, which I happen to be in, Florida, North Dakota, and Ohio, contend that even this scaled-back version of Biden's student loan forgiveness plan is illegal. They're saying that it's illegal. So you might want to look into that just to kind of see, not that, you have anything to worry about, but it's just good to know what kind of things may be happening behind the scenes, or are they just using this student loan forgiveness to try to get votes and try to pull at the hearts of people, even though it was discussed years ago, but now all of a sudden they're trying to implement it, and could it be illegal altogether? They also claim the Education Department has quietly instructed federal contractors to immediately begin cancellation as early as September the 3rd. And today of this recording is the 12th of September, rather than completing the rulemaking process first. Just 2 days after the states filed their lawsuit, Georgia U.S. District Judge Randall Hall issued a temporary restraining lasting 14 days, though the court may opt to extend it. So they just, move the needle, but they can't opt to extend it. The order prevents the Education Department from forgiving any principal or interest under the plan or instructing loan servicers to do so. So principal or interest, neither, it instructs them to not basically forgive it. It prevents them from doing so. Today is a huge victory for every working American who won't have to foot the bill for someone else's Ivy League debt, said Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. Basically, he's looking at it like it's a win for the people because they're not having to, or we're not having to foot the bill for somebody who got this prestigious degree just because they didn't want to pay it back. So they looking at it like a win for the American people because the tax dollars don't have to go towards that. Let me know what your thoughts are on that down below. A person said, I paid for my education in blood, sweat, and tears in service of my country, so this fight is personal for me. We will continue to lead the way for working Americans who are being preyed upon by unelected federal bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. Bailey added. That's a whole nother conversation. Look into what they mean when they say unelected federal bureaucrats. That's a whole nother conversation. What this means for borrowers. So the restraining order does not immediately or directly impact borrowers' balances. However, it signals that mass forgiveness is looking less likely as the election approaches. Litigation over this and the administration's other forgiveness plan may go on for months. So this is something you might want to look into or consider, and then let me know what you think about it down below. And a lot of people who are wanting their student loans forgiven, they also have credit issues. Like I said, go ahead and grab that free credit class down below. It can help you tremendously in understanding things that you can do in order to restore your credit, regardless of if your student loan is forgiven, and position you to become a homeowner for the first time or, second or third time as well. So get an understanding of your credit overall. Just wanted to share this information because I felt it may benefit someone, especially if they're claiming that the student loan forgiveness plan that they have in play may be illegal. Tell me what you think down below. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.